Hey YouTube. Okay, here's the bush hog, and one of the blades, as you can see, has broken off. Well, because I'm kind of using this bush hog to its max, and I'm attaching it to the front of a skid steer, which is meant for a tractor. Anyhow, that being said, we got to attach that blade back onto that side. So I've got the blade right here in my hands, and as you can see, that hole is 1.5 inches wide, and it comes with a special bolt, which I can't find in the field right now. I tried with the metal detector and everything else, can't find it. So looked up the bolt online. It's called a blade bolt, and anyhow, that costs to get it shipped to the house and everything, a pair of them cost me $50 US. So I'm not doing that route. I had to repair the bottom of this by doing some welding, as you can see, and got it all fixed up and whatever. Just because it's 1/8 inch steel just was coming off the mount down there, so I re-welded up that 1/8 inch steel, and now we're about to put on this blade. I went up to TSC this morning and I bought myself a 3/4 inch bolt. 3.5 inches long. The bolt that comes with it is 3 inches long, but I gave myself a little wiggle room there for some washers and whatnot. And yeah, I'm gonna make myself a lock washer today, and I got a couple of bushing bushing sleeves to slide around that bolt that's going to go through there. So here's what I got in the go. Here's the sleeve. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this thing here cut down to 1/4 inch. That's the width of that blade over there. And I can slide this into the hole on the blade. And then I'm going to put this guy here inside here, which is going to go over top of the bolt to act like a sleeve. And then tighten her down, and away we go. So I'll check back with you when it's done, and I'll show you what we do. Alright, so we've gone ahead and we cut our bushing down to the 1/2 inch that we needed for the blade. I think I said 1/4 inch earlier. I'm at a 1/2 inch, I'm sorry. So I cut the bushing down to the 1/2 inch for the blade, which is the same thickness as this blade. Just using a simple cut-off tool here with the grinder, cut-off disc. Anyhow, this thing here now, I tried to press it in with this bench vise. I got a choice. I could use the sorry about the garage, it's winter time. We're gonna have to pull everything out of here soon and get it all cleaned up. But anyway, I got the 20-ton press there. I could press it in, but that wouldn't make much sense, you know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing just a little slit here, cutting it right there, and that way there'd be a nice fit right into here afterwards. And how I'm gonna do that again is using the zip cut. Just zip her right here, and we'll press her in there with the bench vise, and that'll be done with that part. I'll check back in a minute. Okay, so we've gone ahead and made our zip cut here, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press it into the blade hole here and see how it fits. Okay. Alright, so there's your end result. Remember, this doesn't have to be precise or nothing, so we've gone ahead and we pressed it in there with just using the table, the bench vise there. And yeah, so that's that. And we'll get on to the next part there. I got to make a lock washer. What I'm going to do now is basically, they don't have 3/4 inch lock washers that, well, not where I was shopping anyhow. Maybe they do, but so I'm going to go ahead and give it a slice, and then I'm going to go ahead and bend it and make my own lock washer, and that'll hold on my nut that holds onto the bolt and everything else. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and made my lock washer. I just made it bend up a little bit there, and I used an old one I had laying around here on the ground just to kind of copy, you know, get the right bend on the right one and whatnot. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've installed the bigger sleeve. I slid it again, and then I installed it into the bush hog area. To eat up some of that room for the bolt. And anyway, pounded it in, so now it's flush with the other side, and it's sticking up this side. And basically what that's going to do now is allow me to slide this on there and have a nice fit, just like that. So when I put the bolt and the washers on there now, this thing here is going to be able to pivot freely, and the other side will hold the whole unit in there. So I'll show you the finished product in a minute. Alright, so there's the finished product we got, and as you can see, I put a couple washers in there, and I put the bolt, and we got the sleeves all in there. We got the sleeve that fits inside the blade, and we got the sleeve that fits inside of the actual mount, along with a nut on the bottom. And I've gone ahead and welded the nut right to the bolt on the bottom, so that it won't come off on its own, because that's all they had on their manufactured piece up there, was just a neoprene nut with a lock washer, and it's gotten itself loose, so I ran a weld as well on that nut and tacked it right to the bolt as well, so it's not going to come off. The only way these blades are going to come off now is if I grind these heads off. I'll cut the heads off and push the bolts right through the other side, or and replace them, which is not a big deal either way. So yeah, just wanted to give you a heads up, but maybe I'll show a picture of the job that we're doing as well, so you get an idea of how we broke this in the first place, because we're using this a little bit beyond its means. Like I was saying, on the high-speed ports on the skid steer, so but we're taking down trees that are up to about 4 inches thick, and 3 to 4 inches thick, and everything underneath that. So it's definitely not designed for this kind of work. But you know, we've also gone ahead and plasma cutted the front end of this right off, that front lip, and opened it right up to allow us to push straight in. It's not designed to go that way, but anyway, it's been working just wonderfully. And this wheel is going to work its magic for us once the snow disappears for us, so we can get into the put it onto the ground and let it start doing its job a little better. But right now we got the tracks, and we're floating on top of the snow, and we're getting the bulk of the work done now, and then we'll come back in the spring and clean it up. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to post some comments below, and